Hey guys, it's John here again, and in this video it will say on the screen and the title what this video is about, but in this video I'm going to talk about something completely different to what I normally show or do or say, just something that's plagued me for a very long time. Snoring. Do any of you snore? Does your partner snore? Does it pee you off? And for the last, I'd say, 15, 20 years or so, I've been told by partners that I snore. And it did get worse. And I even had a period where I didn't sound like I was alive when I was asleep, and I had to go for one of those sleep apnea tests. But luckily I was okay with that. There was no issues. And then that would have been about 15 years ago, probably. But I still snored. I've always had, shouting in my sleep and all sorts of things like that. And just sleepwalking. One of the funniest things I did when I was a child is sleepwalking. I walked all the way down the stairs of the house where I lived with my parents, and my mum caught me in the kitchen with a bottle of fairy liquid, ready to put it into a glass and have pretend thinking it was a cordial, soft drink or whatever. Luckily she caught me, because that would have been quite vile. So back to the snoring bit of my causing a lot of grief to my partners. And I in the last when was it, about 2016, I was about 17 and a half stone. And then about 3.5 years ago, I went on to the keto diet, did fasting. I lost 4 stone. If you go back on my old videos from then, I was a lot fatter. Yes, a lot porkier. If I can say that, actually, I'm taking the pee out of myself, so. And yeah, even uglier. So when I was doing the fasting, there was a slight difference. That's not what's cured my snoring, though. There was a slight difference when I was fasting, doing the keto, losing the weight. I think there's something to do with when you lay back, or certain positions, your throat sort of, I think it sort of drops a bit inside, and that's what causes the snoring. I think that's what it really is. Let me know in the comments if you know the exact terms. I'm no doctor. This is just what's happened to me, and it happened virtually overnight, where my snoring stopped, and it stopped when I took a certain thing, something that anybody can go out and buy cheaply as well. So I'd stopped snoring. I wasn't talking in my sleep much, and I'd get a better sleep as well. And I think this is probably down to reducing the inflammation that's in the throat through the keto, the fasting, and all that sort of stuff. And this thing that I take now has rapidly stopped that snoring. And my girlfriend told me, oh my God, John, like, you didn't snore last night. So I thought, well, what have I eaten and what have I drunk? I was still eating a couple of bad things that I shouldn't have been eating in the evening, i.e. gluten foods, with wheat and stuff like that. And, like the odd like packet of crisps or a biscuit, um, maybe some alcohol, and that was what was causing a lot of the problems as well. Um, but this thing reduced it so quick, and then when I cut out those bad foods as well as this, completely gone. But this thing I'm going to show you now actually eliminated it to, I would only make a sort of like, and that was it. That's all, and once in the whole night. Whereas before I was just really loud and causing grief. So the thing that we stumbled upon was this. Okay, I am no way affiliated with this company. This is just a brand that I bought, and I thought I wanted to try this stuff a while ago, just because of it helps with a lot of, it's a very good thing for your health. So in moderation. So it is this. It doesn't matter if it's lemon, but this is organic lemon green tea. This is the one I get by Clipper. And yes, this has stopped me snoring to the point where, my partner can sleep virtually 99% the whole way through the night without being woken up by me. So, and also I think this obviously helps with, inflammation. I'm not too sure. Just check that. But I think this might be why I'm not snoring, because might be reducing the inflammation more in my throat to stop me snoring, should I say. But yeah, if you've got a partner that is doing your head in, and you can't sleep, or you're the person that's annoyed that you're not going to know that you're snoring. People that snore don't know they're snoring. But if you know that you're upsetting your partner by snoring, go out and buy some organic green tea or lemon green tea, which tastes better to me, in my eyes. There are other companies out there that sell this stuff, but I like the organic because it's more natural, less sprayed on. I think it might not be sprayed on at all. I'm not too sure, but with chemicals and stuff. I also drink organic coffee, but I found that if I didn't eat anything from 6 o'clock in the evening and touch anything, just have water and one of these, and maybe two of these, the snoring's completely gone. Absolutely, nothing. And I've trialed this for the last few months. Thought about making a video about it. Thought, no, today's the day I'm going to do it. And she said to me, my partner, you haven't snored. And for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I'm like, wow. She said, you might have just spoken your sleep at, the very minor little couple of words. But usually you'd ring off sentences and be chatting quite a bit and waking her up, and she's got fed up with it. And I wasn't actually looking for a cure for snoring, but this is what I found, and this has worked for me. Let me know if it works for you, if you try it, and let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've got any cures for snoring, and I might try them out. But at the moment, this is working fantastic for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. If you are one of my regular subscribers that watch me for records and music and stuff like that. So cheers, see you later guys, thank you for watching.